Bobby. At the same time, Stephen, Matthew Hatton has been no slouch here. He's been very clever. He's fought a very clever fight so far. And for him, it worked out Chris's eye. He's bleeding. And the first thing he does, when he starts around, he throws the punch at that eye.
Yeah, look at this. Matthew Hatton's been around. He's had lots of fights, over 40 fights, so he knows how things work. He's a very clever fighter, a very crafty fighter, and he's seen an opening, and he's going to try and work that as much as he can to his advantage.
Yes,
He'll be
no
a full
doubt. Chris with a straight right, the jab, opening him up. Slowly plotting his man's downfall.
Most fighters seem to just have slowed down a pace here in this round.
Well, yes, one of the problems, of course, is Chris's worry of the blood that might be flowing from that eye. That is why he throws a punch and walks back so that he's out of danger.
Catches him again with the jab.
Great combination here from Chris.
Fighters in the corner just above us here. Referee breaks and puts it back in the middle of the ring.
Go on, no, hold it, both of you. Raise them up. Step back.
Well, definitely the holding has stopped a lot in this fight after the referee warned him on numerous occasions. And also the punches behind the head has seemed to stop as well.
Get him out.
Chris Van Heerden working the body.
Hatton makes it very difficult for Chris to unleash the power in those arms.
Chris turning, Matthew. Both fighters landing big punches there, but no one really getting the upper hand on.
Hatton, 6 losses, 1 draw. Good punch. You know, one of the things Hatton has done very well in this fight is feigning, as if he has picked up a big punch and he's absorbing the punch and gets up with another punch.
Well, he sits very nicely in his punches as well. As I said, we always find boxers boxing above themselves in terms of their boxing on their toes too much and above their waist. He sits very nicely, as you saw there. Knees are bent, throws right through the hips, all the power. Oh, he turns himself. This is when a left hook turns himself and gets caught. Chris capitalizes on the fact that he had his back turned in for a moment there.
Yes, that's exactly what we mean when we say defend yourselves at all times. He turned his back there and he was throwing a punch, missed badly, and Chris took advantage, although not full advantage.
He got him again in the eye. Caught him with a left hook again there. Matthew looks very close to have that cut. He's aware of it and he is aiming at that punch. He's definitely targeting that eye with everything. And that's why he's throwing those big lead left hooks, hoping it's going to break it open completely. It looks like it's opened again. It's starting to bleed again.
No, Matthew. No, Matthew, come on.
Matthew is frustrating Chris here with his holding. On the inside.
Both these fighters are used to battles. All through their careers, they have battles. Chris had a massive battle with Kaiser Mabuza. Matthew had a massive battle with Alvarez. They know how to go 12 rounds.
Well, for Matthew, growing up in London was not easy. He used to work as a carpet fitter and the family business of carpet fitting. probably became sparring partner to his elder brother, Ricky. Hit punches on the inside from Chris van Heerden.
I think Chris almost needs to stand back a little bit and get that jab working again, just to sort of give himself that range that he needs to keep Matthew away. He's almost falling in now, and that's sort of where Matthew wants him. I'd like to see him stand up, get the jab going again. There we go. Good.
Oh, great shots from Chris van Heerden. But Matthew's not giving up.
Both fighters landing big punches.
With the fight here, as we are in round number 10. In what we call the championship rounds.
Yes, that's right, Jimmy.
Hit punches from Chris.
Don't know, Matthew. Don't know. Come on, let it go. Let it go. Come on, work it out.
Matthew holding on to the ropes there.
Stop holding. Come on. Don't know. Right, son. What's that back?
Well, that cut seems to have stopped up a little bit. So good work by his corner.
Right. Step back. Step back.
It's really come to spoil the party here. Literally. Because he's fought a bad fight and he's fought a dirty fight, and it seems he's going to do this right through the top of the fight.
I think he's standing there, he's doing what he needs to do. He needs to upset Chris's rhythm. He needs to get inside him, and he needs to make it a brawl, because that's where he's very strong. Shorter fighter, but I think in stature and strength, I would have thought the stronger fighter, and I think he would have thought so as well. So that's obviously been his.
I've been looking around the ring, and everybody in the audience here, so many people are shaking their heads, probably sharing out the same sentiments that this man literally came to spoil the party.
Now there's a bit of frustration here that we're not getting to get things at the end of punches. But fighter's got to do what a fighter needs to do to win a fight.
No doubt.
We always do this as going to be a clash of styles. You know, Chris doesn't back off, and Matthew doesn't back off, and there's always going to be a case of these two guys going at it head to head, and it's literally been a head to head.
It's on the inside where Chris gets the upper hand here. With a short uppercuts on the inside. Literally top of us now.
Trying to have a closer look at that cut. The conditioning of both these fighters is tremendous. We're into the 10th round, and it's the same pace that we started this fight in the first.
They fought this fight at such pace. And you can imagine for somebody who doesn't know that this is boxing, a combination of wrestling and boxing.
Yeah, that cut started to bleed again.
Around his eye.
Right, we're into the 11th round here at the Centre Convention Centre. Hatton versus Van Heerden, Johannesburg, South Africa. The place is abuzz, the crowds are excited, and we got two warriors here going toe to toe, no one backing up.
Great pass from Chris. As Matthew storms onto the inside once again. Round 11, scheduled for 12. The penultimate round here. The pace is still as when they started.
Come on, let him. Get off him. Come on, straight away, both of you. Hold on.
Well, Chris's eye looks like he's been in some accident. And each time Matthew Hatton throws a punch, it throws it to that eye.
Just as I was going to say, Chris needs to get back to that jab. It worked so well for him in earlier rounds. He throws it and lands it very well.
Tenacious little man, this Matthew Hatton. Chris has him here against the ropes. He wriggles his way out of that problem. Good punch from Hatton.
Besides the cut on Chris's face, these boxers are in tremendous shape.
Oh, no doubt.
They were up there close. There's no breathing. They look like they're going to do another 10 rounds on top of this.
Come on, turn it up. I know you're tired, fellas. Come on.
He should not be going into Hatton. Hatton will come to him anyway. Because once he goes in, Hatton holds him there.
Right, stop opposite, come on. Step back.
Tries that uppercut again.
Right, step back. Step back, watch that shoulder, come on. Box on.
Hatton catches Chris with another punch. Chris takes it well. Another big punch from Chris.
Right, step back. Step back. Step back, don't over. Box on. Step back, come on, step back.
Both boxers loaded up there to throw their leads.
Come to the end of round 11. Final round here, round number 12. As they say in boxing, this is the 12th and the last round. Shake hands.
Break side! Step back, straight away, one step back. Right there, Nichols, I can still take points off.
Well, once again, that's the tactic of Matthew Hatton, jumping at Chris
Jumps in,
every available time.
Caught there with a jab.
Right, one step back.
It's difficult to talk about combinations and talk about strategies here because it's been pretty much the same thing throughout this fight to me. Matthew Hatton sort of jumping at Chris sort of answering.
Come here, both of you.
Here we go.
When I say stop boxing, you stop boxing, okay? You take one step back. Touch gloves.
If he stopped the fight, they warned the fighters again to listen to him. Again, Matthew Hatton runs straight back in.
No back there, no
Heading there.
I just want to say, as you said, both boxers had to throw their players out of the window because the fight changed.
Right, one step back, one step
I think the fight changed largely after the cut to Chris's eye.
Exactly.
Stop boxing. One step back.
Well, we also had to throw our players out of the window because the referee does the commentary for us.
I must say the referee's held this fight and handled this fight very well. He's trying to keep it going as much as possible without always causing the break. He hasn't taken any points away where he could have gone, but he would have spoiled the fight. So congratulations to a well-worked fight, I say.
He's worked harder than anybody else. As Chris comes here for the final onslaught. Final onslaught in this fight. But it is Hatton who doesn't give up. Comes forward all the time.
Referee's just as full of blood as the boxers are.
Break to that. One step back, come on. Box on.
No clean punches has been thrown in this round. Both boxers are anxious to throw punches and make an impression.
Matthew Hatton holding again.
Break. One step back. One step back.
It's the last minute of this world title fight.
Good punch from Hatton.
The last 30 seconds here
Each side.
of this world title clash. World title, welterweight title between Matthew Hatton and Chris Van Heerden. And both fighters, as they started, they're finishing this fight toe to toe in front of each other.
Chris to the body. The referee steps in to separate the two boxers late in this fight. A wild punch from Matthew Hatton. The bell goes. The end of an uncharacteristic.
Scores the bout 116-112. Your winner. And still the IBO welterweight champion of the world.